Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. How many of you here remember the Toastmasters promise? Okay. How many of you know how many parts there are to the Toastmaster promise? No, not 5, we're more like 10. How about, does anybody remember where you can find the Toastmaster promise? Yeah, Turtle? Just come off mute. Tell me, where would you find it?
Well, it's in all the massive amounts of stuff on the website.
You can definitely find it on the website. For the more recent members, did you know that it was actually on your application? When you signed up to be a Toastmaster, you made a commitment not only to Toastmasters International, your club, but to yourself of how you were going to fulfill your role as a Toastmaster member. Today, my job is to remind you all what those 10 things were. So, you might be surprised how quickly a sense of nostalgia forms as you create memorable moments here at Toastmasters. And it all starts with 3 different parts to the promise. The first one is participate. Easiest way to participate is attend the meetings. We have over 20 active members, and in order for a meeting to be effective, we need 8 to 10 roles filled. So we need at least half our members to show up for us to have an effective meeting. Next is prepare your speeches carefully. Remember that the Toastmasters education program progresses members through a proven method to build those communication and leadership skills. We don't say, hey, come join Toastmasters so you could come talk to us about whatever you want. We're here to set you on a path so you can figure out how you can be a better speaker, not just where you can come to speak. Each of those paths, level 1, level 2, again, they start with those building blocks, but as you get into 3, 4, 5, you really work towards those skills and competencies for that path. Also participate is prepare and fulfill the meeting assignments. I would say there's 3 roles that we have that are really need the preparation. Toastmaster, you need to come up with a theme so that you can pass it on to our table topics master and our grammarian. Both of those, all 3 of those roles are dependent on what the theme is. Obviously, speakers have to participate, and so do all the other roles, which leads into the next part of the promise, which is interactions. If you come and provide those helpful, constructive evaluations, not only as evaluator, general evaluator, counter, grammarian, timer, all of those roles are participating in that active listening. You need to provide that feedback so that we are aware of where we can improve. It's that positive feedback loop that's really helping the entire club, which leads into the positive and friendly environment. Remember that we do start 15 minutes early if anybody wants to come and mingle and get to interact and know people on a more personal level, just besides what they might present during a speech. But another way to do that is to serve as an officer, because once a month we also meet for another hour after the meetings, and you get to learn more about the people that are in your club. Another way is to be respectful and courteous to everyone. Remember that as you're evaluating and participating, you should be providing those encouragement and acknowledgement to everyone, no matter what their level. If you think they've been in this club, they've been in Toastmasters 30 years, they still come because there's still something that they think that they can improve. And they want to be able to pass that forward as well. I think with that, what I really loved was when we had Jim Tracy here and he would tell us, take what you like, leave what you don't, because he was providing that input, but you didn't necessarily have to take it if you thought it wasn't beneficial to how you wanted to progress. Which leads to the third part of the promise, is maintaining that club quality. Think about when you have lemonade and you have ice and it starts to get watered down. We are all probably the ice. No, Okay, the ice would be the club, and the members are the lemonade. And we start to get watered down when we don't get new personalities in. Everybody's responsible for bringing guests. We need to add some more powder to our lemonade so that we stay fresh, so that we can keep drinking the lemonade or Kool-Aid. Actually, I should have gotten with Kool-Aid. That's a better one. Okay, and then following the guidelines and rules. There are a lot of guidelines, there are a lot of rules that are passed out through Toastmasters, not only with Toastmasters, but with our club of how we want our meetings to run. Generally, you have these are the rules, here's the structure, but how we implement it at our club is different how it's implemented at other clubs. And really, the intention is that we don't want to lose the meaning and value behind the awards and achievements. If you're going through pathways and you're just clicking through and you're like, oh, I completed the next level, are you really gaining the skills that you came here to come get? No. Lastly is observing the ethical standards. So this is obviously in words and actions. We are expected to act within Toastmasters' core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Now remember, participate, interact, and maintain that quality that we have. This is the promise that you made when you signed up as Toastmaster.